She knows she was wrong. She thought that she could do anything that she wants. It hurts to know that she'll ever hold him like he was her own.
There was this one night in Manchester. I was with my mate Sarah, her brother and a boyfriend, and we planned to go to this club night in town. We got there, but we were like well early. So we necked a couple of pills to get in the mood and then just kind of hung about waiting for the night to start. Started getting itchy feet. I was bored. The music was loud and the club was dead. I wanted to talk. I needed attention. Being stuck inside my head is someplace that no one wants to be. So I managed to get Sarah to come outside for a smoke, and we sat in the car. I hate club smoking shelters. They're like full of pissed up knobheads chatting shit. And the car I'd eaten. So we sat there, and I just started to think, we could do something. Sarah's not that pissed. Let's go somewhere. The Lake District. Let's go on an adventure. So we set off. And we're on the motorway. Didn't really think about what direction we were going. I was in charge of the map. Like I could read a map. And then we saw this sign. Welcome to Wales. Sarah just burst out laughing. We thought it was hysterical. It was then that I remembered the Lighthouse. We used to always go to lighthouses when I was a kid. My dad was obsessed with them. Do you remember the one I took you to?
No.
You were about 2? I don't matter. Anyway, we were driving for ages, completely lost. No phone, useless navigator, off the motorway, completely pitch black. I think we went round in the same circle about 4 times. And then we saw a road sign. To Lacra this way. So we're cheering and congratulating ourselves about how amazing we were. And for a minute, we were like the smartest people ever. And then the car turned blue, flashing. The police were behind us. Well, at this point, I probably should have got scared, but it all added to the adventure. Sarah got out and I sat and listened to her as she talked to the policeman. She was like brilliant. She came up with this story about how we were lost, well, which we were, but that we'd planned to meet some friends and we couldn't find them, and now we're on our way home and we didn't know which way to go. And I'm sat there, listening to this, grinning my tits off, gurning like a fucking camel. The policeman, he was lovely actually. He told Sarah the directions. She said thanks. We got away with it. She turned to get into the car and then, what's that smell? Oh. Sarah stopped in her tracks. She turned slowly round. Nothing, officer. We're like, just drinking Oasis and smoking cigarettes. Sarah turned into the funniest comedian ever. Somehow, he must have believed us and sent us on our way. And as Sarah turned round to get back in the car, all she could see was my shoulders bouncing up and down in fits of fucking laughter. Sarah got in and we drove off in the complete opposite direction which the policeman had just told us. We were like near hysteria by then. How funny were we? I can't believe we got away with it. Imagine what could have happened. And then we found ourselves driving along the most beautiful bridge I'd ever seen. It was like a cable bridge. And as we drove along the bridge, the lights kind of flashed through the cables like Jean-Michel Jarre. And as the light show ended and we came out of this trance, at the end of the bridge was a roundabout. And we were doing about 60. So Sarah slammed on her brakes and I turned to look at her. And as we skidded across the road, the only thought in my head was, whoa, she's an amazing driver. we screamed to a halt in the middle of the roundabout and we just burst out laughing. And then all of a sudden this lorry came screaming past us, beeping its horn, and then... and then... well, reality kind of just kicked in.
How did you get home?
Sarah drove us. I actually made her drive sensibly. She thought I was being well boring.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Oh.
I brought beer. Do you want one?
Yeah, go on then.
Where'd you learn that?
I don't know.
Did I teach you?
No.
Yeah. You would have been too young. So, you seen anyone? Are you courting?
Courting?
Yeah, you know, dating, falling in love.
No.
Shame.
Is it?
Yeah, you should be dating at your age.
Should I?
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about, innit? At your age, going out, meeting people, having sex.
Right.
You smoke?
Yeah.
Since when?
I don't know. School?
School.
Yeah. Year 11?
It's bad for you, you know.
I know.
You should quit.
Should I?
I packed it in when I was 18.
Right.
I thought it looked bad when I started to show. Got dirty looks. I never really went back to it. Can I have one?
If you want.
I miss a ciggy. Having a ciggy with me boy.
Yeah. There you go.
No, you have that one.
Why, what's up with it?
No, nothing, just you have the first one. What are you looking at? I said, what are you looking at? Yeah, I'm having a beer in the daytime, and...
Whoa, Kath, he wasn't even looking at us. Sorry, pal, she's... Yeah.
Kath?
Well, that's your name, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Catherine?
Mum?
No.
Right.
Sorry,
I
it's
know.
just that I've
Yeah.
got a...
Sunnier today.
Is it? No, last week was sunnier. There you go.
Cheers. It's not been sunny for a while.
Maybe in your world.
But it's darker today.
Yeah.
Cloudy.
Yeah.
I thought it would be sunny.
Maybe to you.
I just thought it might be sunny for you too.
Not really.
Right.
I went to a lighthouse once.
Really?
Yeah. For a school trip, one in Scotland. The most northerly lighthouse on British mainland, apparently.
Near John O'Groats.
Yeah. I don't even know why we went. We weren't even learning about lighthouses. Apparently it's like a yearly geography trip. Everyone's always well excited, even the teachers. I remember watching everyone getting ready to go, putting like backpacks and coats on, and I always wanted to go. But we didn't have loads of money, so I started to do work for people. But I weren't that good at anything, so I think I just spent like a month just washing people's cars just to go on this stupid school trip. Even the insides of people's cars. And people leave their cars in right states, like cigarette dimps everywhere, McDonald's wrappers, and people who have kids, they leave their cars in a right state. And I was only charging a £5. Cheaper than any car wash around. I think I was like a tenner off. I had 2 more cars to do and then I was done. And then some guy came up behind me and he shoved like a sharp object, like a knife or a screwdriver into my back, and he made me give him all the money that I made. I was devastated. I think I just sat in some stranger's car for an hour just crying over a fucking school trip. But I was fuming. But I still had 2 more cars to do. So I did them. I kind of half-arsed them, to be honest with you. And then in the last car, under the visor thing, there was like this picture of this woman and a baby, and I was just so sure that that baby looked like me. I don't know, it looked just like me, like instinct or something. So I took this picture out of the visor and like 120 quid just fell out from behind it. I couldn't believe it. All this shit had just happened and then this. I never told anyone, but I took it. But I left a note. Told them that I was sorry for nicking the money, that it was for a school trip, that I'd just been robbed. And I told them that when I get back I'll clean their house or I'll mow their lawn to pay it back. And then I left my number. I told them to ring me if the baby in that picture was me. Probably a stupid thing to do, I know, but I couldn't get my head round it. Just didn't make sense. I hated that school trip. I felt so guilty the whole time. I'd pretty much just done the same thing that guy had done to me, just robbed someone. And they didn't even let us up the fucking lighthouse. Said it was dangerous. It's too windy. How unstable can a lighthouse be that can be blown over by fucking wind?
I wish you'd enjoyed that trip.
Yeah, so do I.
Did she tell you if it was you?
Who?
Your mum.
Yeah. She said that it wasn't, looked nothing like me, but I don't know.
It was you.
What?
In the picture, it was you.
What you on about?
The picture of the lighthouse. It was a picture of me and you at the lighthouse in Wales. It was our first trip together. You didn't need to feel guilty about robbing the money. I left it there for you. I wanted you to go on the school trip, see the lighthouse.
What?
You didn't rob the money. I left it there for you. I saw you get robbed, so I got my neighbour to ask you to wash my car so you won't recognise me, but now I come to think about it, that doesn't really make sense because you wouldn't have recognised me anyway.
How did you know where I was? How did you know what school I went to?
I didn't.
Have you known where I've been my whole life?
No, not at all. I wanted... Have you had everything you've ever wanted?
What?
Did that family give you everything you've ever wanted?
Yeah, I guess so.
Good.
I got a bike for Christmas once, that was nice.
No, I mean, like, did they take care of you, love you, look after you?
Yeah.
Good. Because that's all I ever wanted.
Is it?
Yeah. For you to be safe. For you to be happy. For you to have a good mum. Because I wouldn't have been a good mum.
Why?
They say that you learn, that it's like instinct to know how to look after a child, but it's not. It's hard. It's like too hard. I knew I couldn't look after you right from the start. You never stopped screaming. I mean, like, constantly screaming all day and all night, and I could never get you to stop. I tried everything, but I could never figure out what was wrong with you. I just wanted to go out. To be 18 again, to no responsibilities, to go on adventures. I left you alone. A lot. More than what I'm proud of. If I could go back, I would have learned. I wouldn't have left you on your own. I would have took you with me, and I'd do it all right, and you'd be sat here now, and you'd call me Mum, and we'd be happy.
And time doesn't wait, no, time doesn't wait. The world is cruel and sometimes you're too late. But why? She'll never know. She wishes she could tell him, but she won't. Now the sun's gone away, and it's just a cloudy day. Nothing more anyway. So she sat with all the pain, and all she knows and all she sees through everything, and where she's been, well, all she wants is for him